But you're the new executive director at the Changing Lives Coalition, and just now getting back into the schools and doing that. Where is your facility?
Our offices and facility is actually where the old police station is, on the corner of 7th and Chisholm.
Okay.
Our entrance is kind of in a funny place. The front door is between us and the fire station, but the parking is on, like, the west side of the building. We have to explain it to people all the time how to get there.
Yeah.
So
you don't use the prisoner drop off.
No. Well, and some of the building is, off limits. So
Right.
But what the part that we do have, and there's been some renovations in there since it was the police station, and it's a nice space and kind of cool to explain to the kids, like, hey, this is what it used to be, but this is what it's being used for now. And we had Officer Mentor come in with our Project Hope kids, and he talked to them a little bit, but also kind of said, hey, this is what this used to be, and this is what this used to be. And I was like, well, that's pretty interesting, because I didn't even know that. So
yeah. So that's good information. Now, the source of funding for the Changing Lives Coalition, is this funded by United Way, other private donations?
We get some private donations. We actually, a part of my position now is to go out and find grant money.
Okay.
To fund our organization, and then staying up to date on reports, and some places want invoices, and just so that they can keep things right. But we've had donations, we've had grants, we've had people just say, we helped with the Spur Oilfield Golf Tournament this summer, and we were helping register people, helping Emily actually set on the hole that they had for the hole-in-one, and very nice, generous people handing her money to put to our organization. So that was neat.
Yep.
To see, and we sure appreciate anything that people give, and we'll use it responsibly and to help with these kids. We just recently received a grant from Namoga, and we were actually able to purchase a Cricut and a heat press so that we could teach these kids some of those skills.
Okay. Now, a heat press, is that and a Cricut, what?
So the Cricut is it cuts out vinyl and stuff.
Okay.
And so you can get like heat transfer vinyl and cut it out, put it on a t-shirt, heat press it. So these kids could make their own t-shirts, or you can make decals, or so possibilities are endless. But I think it would be really neat to see them kind of learn branding and marketing.
Sure.
And so we can teach some of those skills with that equipment, and maybe even have them design a shirt for the CLC and let them be a part of the fundraising for the organization and the programs that they're a part of.
No, I think that's a fantastic idea, and if they get really good at it, we'll have them wrap a trailer or something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
A big project there. So before we went to the break, you were talking about how for your after-school program, for example, that there's referrals that come down the line. You want to get to 15 students in the program. Where do the referrals come from? Do these come from the counselors or different teachers at the schools? Tell us a little bit about that process.
Sure. We send out our referral form to all of the principals and the counselors within the schools. Obviously, for after-school program, it would be ZM Park, because we're 6th through 9th grade for that.
Okay.
We also send referral forms to principals and counselors for mentoring groups. And also communicate with principals and counselors, and they say, hey, we've got a kid who we think would benefit from this, so let's get him in this group, or her, whoever, and get that going. We also, for the after-school program, have a interest form on our website. So www.changinglivesnm.com. If you can scroll down the page and click the link under the after school program graphic on there, or up in the menu bar, you can go to programs and hit after school program, and it'll take you to that interest form. It'll shoot it to us. We'll check it and make contact and set up a time to meet with the parent and the student. And
does it cost something for the student to attend, like once they're interviewed and they're selected for the program?
No, it does not cost them anything.
Okay.
It is free. So
Okay.
we're, our goal is to help as many kids as we can. And so through different avenues. And so definitely have lots of ideas for the future.
Oh, I'm sure.
But right now the focus is on getting through current and the programs that the CLC has traditionally run in the past, and being able to bring those back, especially after shutdowns, and really see where that goes and where that takes us.
You mentioned you've got an opening for an intervention specialist. You've been an intervention specialist. This is part of the mentoring aspect with the students that you're working with. What seem to be some of the top issues or areas where the mentoring has really come into where it's most beneficial for some of these students?
Self-esteem is a big one. Really everything, from COVID, kids are struggling with not being in school, not getting the help that they're used to getting at school, almost in a sense becoming college kids way before they're college kids.
Yeah.
But self-esteem, talking with counselors and principals, that's a big one. Non-present fathers seems to be a big one. Confidence, motivation, all of the struggles that all of us struggle with throughout life, but they're just amplified now with COVID, with social media and all that comes with that. I tell people all the time, kids have access to things that even I didn't have access to as a kid growing up, and I'm not that old. I'm still a spring chicken, and that wasn't very long ago, but it's insane how technology and social media has blown up and can be great and beneficial in some ways, but can also be detrimental in other ways. So.
Yeah. It's amazing. I think some of the issues are the same. Kids are kids, and growing up is growing up. But like you say, access to all of this information, just all at one time, and not knowing where to look or who to turn to or who to listen to is got to be a big challenge for a lot of folks. And then you said that the household situation that doesn't help, and people have been through a lot.
Yes.
The last couple of years with all of that. So if folks want to apply for the what's the ideal candidate? Who would be a great fit for being an intervention specialist?
Well,
because you probably don't wake up today and say, I think I'm going to go out and become an intervention specialist.
Right, absolutely. Well, preferably somebody who's worked with kids. I have a background from coaching, education, even working with our children's ministry at the church that I attend. I know that Jeremiah was a substitute for a while. Emily has, I think, had the least amount of experience with kids, but she's got a big family and nieces and nephews, and so definitely want someone who has been around kids, but also who has a heart for them. Because this job, for sure, you've got to care, and you've got to have that passion, and be able to build rapport and relationships with these kids to be able to help them and sort through some of the things that they're going through. Outgoing, willing to work hard. Of course, that's any job. So
yeah.
and able to work together as a team with the staff.
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah. So if you know anybody
Yes.
that's in that kind of fits that criteria there, reach out to Jayde or Emily or Jeremiah
Yes.
at the Changing Lives Coalition and inquire about the open position that they have. Well, did we cover everything? Is there anything else that we need to?
I think so. Just, any information about us is we have a Facebook page and an Instagram. So we try to post on there pretty regularly, especially when we have things coming up or, we want to let in. We also have our newsletters on our website. So if you want to see what's gone on from January of this year through August, which I'm fixing to put up the September one. So check it out, see what's happening. If anybody has any questions, you're inquiring about a job, you think your kid might be a good fit for one of our programs, give us a call. 575-736-7024 is our phone number, or you can shoot us an email. All of that information's on our website. Check it out, and we're just, I'm very thankful for the staff that we do have and for the board of directors that we have. Everybody works together as a team, and we've kind of hit this lull with COVID and all of those things, but I think the pieces are moving and being put in the right place, and I'm just really excited to see what the future of this organization holds for the youth in our community.
Great. Well, it's a very important program. I mean, this is assistance that the schools do the best they can to try to provide this. Many parents do the best they can.
Right.
And we're just come up a little short with some of the resources. And so Changing Life Coalition can be a great, plug the gap, if you will, help fill in the gap on that. Well, Jayde, thank you so much for coming in and being with us today and being stranded here by yourself.
That's all right.
You can handle it, right?
That's right.
That's good. No, fantastic. And I know we're going to have you guys on, I think, once a month.
I think so.
At least,
I think that's what's been set up. So.
At least once a month. And if we need to help out with some other things in addition to that, obviously you're welcome to come back anytime.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
pick Mondays, because you've got your choice.
I know. I'm like,
do you want the ham or
day.
the sausage or the bacon?
I think I'm probably going to go with ham.
Ham, okay. Is that the ham on the top here? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the ham. So there you go.
Well, thank you very much.
And you don't have to share with Emily, just because she's saying nice things about you here on the. What you could do is you could go back there and it's in two halves, and then so you start wrapping one in foil, and she's like, well, what are you going to do with the other half? Well, that's for tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Tomorrow morning. Got to get going.
All right. Thank you, Jayde. Appreciate you being here. All right, we're going to take a break.